Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Hustle Podcast. I'm your host, Alex.
And I'm Maria. We're so glad you could join us today.
In today's episode, we're going to dive into a topic that everyone can relate to: learning from mistakes.
That's right, Alex. We'll explore why making mistakes is not only natural but also an essential part of the learning process. We'll discuss how failures can actually be stepping stones to success.
To kick things off, let's share some personal stories about mistakes we've made and what we've learned from them. I'll go first. A few years ago, I made a big mistake at work by not double-checking a report before submitting it. As a result, there were several errors that affected our team's project. Initially, I felt embarrassed and frustrated, but I took it as a learning opportunity to always double-check my work and ask for feedback before finalizing anything. It taught me the importance of attention to detail and thoroughness.
Thanks for sharing that, Alex. For me, one of my biggest learning experiences came from a public speaking event. I was so nervous that I forgot a major part of my speech. Instead of giving up, I took a deep breath, apologized to the audience, and improvised the rest. This experience taught me to be more prepared and also how to stay calm under pressure. It was a tough moment, but it made me a better speaker in the long run.
Mistakes like these are inevitable, but as we'll discuss today, they can be incredibly valuable learning experiences.
Absolutely. So let's dive in and explore how we can all learn from our mistakes and turn failures into success.
Segment 2. The nature of mistakes. So, what exactly are mistakes? In simple terms, a mistake is an action or judgment that is misguided or wrong. It's something we do that leads to an unintended result.
Mistakes are often perceived negatively. Many people view them as failures or signs of incompetence. This perception can make us afraid to take risks or try new things.
Yes, there's a lot of societal pressure to avoid mistakes at all costs. From a young age, we're taught that mistakes are bad and should be avoided. This mindset can hinder our growth and learning. Importance of mistakes.
However, mistakes are actually a natural and essential part of the learning process. They provide us with valuable feedback and insights into what doesn't work, which can guide us towards what does work.
That's right. When we make a mistake, we're given a chance to analyze what went wrong and why. This analysis helps us understand our weaknesses and areas for improvement.
For example, think about how babies learn to walk. They fall countless times before they can walk steadily. Each fall teaches them about balance, coordination, and strength. Without those falls, they wouldn't learn how to walk.
In the same way, mistakes in our personal and professional lives can teach us resilience, adaptability, and problem-solving skills. They push us to think creatively and find new solutions.
Mistakes also help build a growth mindset, which is the belief that our abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. People with a growth mindset see mistakes as opportunities to learn and grow, rather than as setbacks.
So, instead of fearing mistakes, we should embrace them as learning opportunities. In the next segment, we'll look at some psychological impacts of mistakes and how we can manage our reactions to them.
Stay with us as we explore how to turn the negative emotions associated with mistakes into positive learning experiences.
Segment 3. Psychological impact of mistakes. emotional responses.
When we make mistakes, it's natural to experience a range of emotional reactions. Common feelings include embarrassment, frustration, and fear.
Absolutely, Maria. Embarrassment often comes from worrying about what others think of us. We might feel like we've let ourselves or others down.
Frustration can stem from the gap between our expectations and reality. We might feel annoyed that things didn't go as planned.
And then there's fear. Fear of failure. Fear of being judged, or fear of making more mistakes. These emotions can create a lot of stress and anxiety. Overcoming negative emotions.
But it's important to remember that these negative emotions are temporary and manageable. Here are some strategies to help you cope with and overcome them.
First, practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend. Acknowledge that everyone makes mistakes and that it's okay.
Another effective strategy is to reframe the mistake. Instead of seeing it as a failure, view it as a learning opportunity. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? And how can I improve?
Mindfulness and deep breathing exercises can also help you stay calm and centered. When you feel overwhelmed by negative emotions, take a few deep breaths and focus on the present moment.
It's also helpful to talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Sharing your experience can provide a different perspective and emotional support.
Finally, take proactive steps to address the mistake. Develop a plan to correct it if possible, and set specific goals to prevent similar mistakes in the future. This can give you a sense of control and direction.
By managing our emotional responses and viewing mistakes as opportunities to learn, we can turn negative experiences into positive growth.
In the next segment, we'll explore some common problem-solving strategies to help you effectively tackle challenges and prevent future mistakes. Stay tuned. Segment 4. Historical examples of learning from mistakes. Famous failures. Thomas Edison. Let's start with Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb. Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." He made countless attempts to create a functional light bulb, each ending in failure. But he viewed each failure as a step closer to success.
Edison's perseverance and willingness to learn from his mistakes eventually led to the invention of the incandescent light bulb, which revolutionized the world. His story teaches us the value of persistence and continuous learning.
J.K. Rowling.
Another inspiring example is J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. Before achieving success, Rowling faced numerous rejections from publishers. She was a single mother living on welfare and struggled with depression, but she didn't give up on her dream.
Despite the setbacks, she kept refining her manuscript and believing in her story. Eventually, a small publisher took a chance on her book, and the rest is history. Rowling's journey illustrates the importance of resilience and believing in oneself. Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple, also experienced significant setbacks. In 1985, he was actually ousted from the company he helped create. It was a humiliating and painful experience for him.
However, Jobs used this period to explore new ventures, founding Next and acquiring Pixar. These experiences enriched his perspective and skills. When he returned to Apple in 1997, he led the company to unprecedented success with products like the iPod, iPhone and iPad. Job's story highlights how setbacks can be transformative and lead to greater achievements.
Lessons learned.
From these stories, we can extract several key lessons. First, mistakes and failures are not the end, but rather stepping stones to success.
Edison, Rowling, and Jobs all demonstrated resilience, a growth mindset, and an ability to learn from their failures. They didn't let setbacks define them. Instead, they used them as opportunities to grow and improve.
Another lesson is the importance of persistence. None of these individuals achieved success overnight. They faced repeated failures but continued to push forward.
Finally, they each exhibited a willingness to adapt and innovate. They learned from what didn't work and made necessary adjustments to their approach.
These historical examples show that even the most successful people have faced significant challenges and mistakes. It's how they responded to these failures that made the difference.
Up next, we'll discuss practical steps for learning from our own mistakes and applying these lessons to achieve success. Stay with us. Segment 5. Practical strategies for learning from mistakes. Reflect and analyze.
The first step in learning from mistakes is to reflect on and analyze what went wrong. This involves taking a step back and looking at the situation objectively.
Absolutely, Maria. Ask yourself questions like, what was my goal? What actions did I take? And what was the outcome? By breaking down the situation, you can identify the specific factors that led to the mistake.
It's also helpful to consider any external factors that may have influenced the outcome. Understanding the full context can provide valuable insights into what went wrong.
Keeping a journal can be an effective way to document your reflections. Write down your thoughts, feelings, and any patterns you notice. This practice can help you gain clarity and see areas for improvement. Adapt and improve.
Once you've identified the root cause of your mistake, the next step is to make adjustments and improvements. This might mean changing your approach, seeking additional information, or developing new skills.
For example, if you made a mistake at work due to a lack of knowledge, consider taking a course or finding a mentor who can help you build the necessary skills.
It's important to be proactive in addressing the issues you've identified. Set specific, actionable goals to guide your improvement efforts. This can help you stay focused and motivated.
Remember, it's not about avoiding mistakes entirely, but about learning how to handle them better when they do occur. Each mistake is an opportunity to grow and become more effective. Growth mindset.
A key factor in effectively learning from mistakes is adopting a growth mindset. This term, coined by psychologist Carol Dweck, refers to the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work.
People with a growth mindset see mistakes as opportunities to learn and improve, rather than as failures. They understand that effort and persistence are crucial to achieving success.
To cultivate a growth mindset, start by embracing challenges and viewing them as opportunities to grow. When you encounter a setback, remind yourself that it's a chance to learn something new.
Another way to foster a growth mindset is to seek feedback and use it constructively. Instead of taking criticism personally, view it as valuable information that can help you improve.
Celebrate your progress and the effort you put in, not just the end result. Acknowledging the small steps you take towards improvement can boost your motivation and reinforce a growth-oriented attitude.
By reflecting on and analyzing your mistakes, making necessary adjustments, and adopting a growth mindset, you can turn setbacks into powerful learning experiences.
In our next segment, we'll share some real-life examples and case studies of individuals who have effectively learned from their mistakes and achieved great success. Stay tuned.
Segment 6. Real-life examples and case studies. Personal experiences. Let's start with our own experiences. Early in my career, I took on a project without fully understanding the client's expectations. As a result, I missed a crucial deadline, which impacted the project's success.
Similarly, I once made a decision based on incomplete information that led to a breakdown in communication within my team. These experiences taught us the importance of thorough preparation and clear communication.
Success stories. One of the most famous examples of learning from mistakes is Elon Musk, the CEO of SpaceX and Tesla. In the early days of SpaceX, Musk faced multiple setbacks, including failed rocket launches and financial difficulties.
Instead of giving up, Musk and his team analyzed each failure meticulously. They used these insights to improve their designs and procedures. Today, SpaceX is a leader in the space industry, regularly launching successful missions.
Another inspiring story is that of Starbucks. In the 2000s, Starbucks expanded rapidly, opening numerous stores without careful planning. This led to oversaturation and declining sales.
Under new leadership, Starbucks reevaluated its strategy, closing underperforming stores and focusing on improving customer experience and product innovation. These changes revitalized the brand and restored profitability.
Lessons learned. From these examples, we can see that mistakes are inevitable, but it's how we respond to them that matters.
Personal experiences and success stories alike demonstrate the importance of resilience, adaptability, and continuous improvement.
By learning from our mistakes and applying these lessons, we can grow stronger and achieve greater success in our own endeavors. Segment 8. Tips and takeaways. Today, we've explored the nature of mistakes, their psychological impact, and strategies for effective problem solving.
We've discussed the importance of reflection, adapting from mistakes, and fostering a growth mindset.
We also explored real-life examples and how individuals and organizations have turned setbacks into successes. Actionable tips.
Firstly, take time to reflect on mistakes. Understand what went wrong and what can be learned from it.
Secondly, embrace a growth mindset. See challenges as opportunities for growth rather than setbacks.
Thirdly, seek feedback. Whether it's from mentors or peers, external perspectives can provide valuable insights.
And finally, celebrate progress and efforts. Recognize the journey toward success, not just the end result. Remember, everyone makes mistakes. It's how we respond to them that defines our growth and resilience.
Each mistake is a chance to learn, adapt, and become stronger. Embrace challenges with courage and perseverance.
As you navigate your journey, keep striving for improvement and learning. Your mistakes today can be your successes tomorrow. Segment 9. Conclusion. Today, we've explored the importance of learning from mistakes. We defined what mistakes are, discussed their psychological impact, and shared strategies for effective problem solving.
We highlighted real-life examples and success stories of individuals and organizations that have turned setbacks into opportunities for growth and success.
We also discussed how to create a supportive environment that encourages learning from mistakes and emphasized the value of celebrating effort and continuous improvement.
If you found today's episode insightful, we invite you to subscribe to the English Hustle podcast.
Leave us a review and share your thoughts. Your feedback helps us improve and reach more listeners.